Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's mukbang, I have made myself some exciting food. So I was really craving In-N-Out fries, and I didn't want to go to In-N-Out and wait in the drive-thru for, I don't know, I feel like it takes like an hour. And honestly, their fries aren't even that good. Like, the fries are good because they're animal style, but like the fries themselves are not good. So I decided to make my own at home. I'll post the recipe that I use in the description. I literally just googled like In-N-Out fry recipe and I just used that. So hopefully it's good. I mean, can you go wrong with it? It has American cheese on it. The sauce is mostly mayo and ketchup and then like some other stuff in it. And then caramelized onions. Like, can you go wrong? I don't think so. I also made myself some grilled cheese, mac and cheese grilled cheese, though I wanted to take it up a little level. I got a DM the other day from someone asking me if I could do a grilled cheese video again because it had been a while since I'd done grilled cheese. And I don't know why, but I like had kind of forgotten about grilled cheese. And I was like, fuck, like, yeah, you're right, it has been forever, even though I love grilled cheese. So here we are. Without further ado, I'm just gonna start eating. I'm hungry, your girl's starving, and the fries look amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, like, if you feel like you're missing out on In-N-Out because you haven't had their fries because you don't live where In-N-Out is, trust me when I say you can make them just as good, if not better, at home. Oh my gosh, it's literally so good. Plus you can make them extra saucy because like In-N-Out fries get dry when you get to the bottom, like they're super dry. These are not dry. I added extra American cheese, extra sauce, extra onions, extra everything. Dude, it's so good. And then this is just flavored water. It's Mio water flavor drops or whatever, and it's the fruit punch flavor. Okay, now I'm trying the mac and cheese, grilled cheese. So I just used mac and cheese from the store, like literally the kind that you buy in like the deli section at the grocery store that they make for you, if that makes sense. And then they also sell like this extra large bread that I got. Used that and then added some actual cheddar cheese to it. So oh my god, you guys. This is a whole meal. This is so good. I can't even. So, and then also in this video, we are going to be telling a story time, or I'm going to be telling a story time today, which is kind of funny because my sister and I just told a horrible date story time, which if you haven't watched that, I'll link it in the description. But basically we told a story time from our freshman year of college where we went on a double date and it was just like not good. It was just like not a good date. And I went on another one recently. Okay, this wasn't a date. You'll get it when I'm explaining the story, but like, you guys, seriously, I don't know if my luck's just bad or if I'm too picky. Like, let me know if I'm being too picky. Please let me know. Because that's the same thing that happened. Like, I felt like I was being too picky about my other story time from a couple months ago, where that guy approached me in Whole Foods and he was like really hot, but then he ended up being like a douche. And I was like, am I being too picky? And everyone was like, no, like, you're not being too picky. So I don't think I'm being too picky this time either. I think I just have horrible fucking luck when it comes to dating, okay? So I hung out with this guy last week who I know from college, like, so I've already know him, and we talked in college too. Like, we've kind of been on and off since, like, literally my sophomore year of college, maybe, like, really just, like, on and off. Like, we won't talk for, like, 6 months, and then we'll, like, talk again. It's, like, not even, like, on any crazy type shit. Like, we just, like, we'll go, like, months without talking. And so we hung out again because we hung out before everything went crazy with coronavirus. Like, we hung out, I think, like, the beginning of March. Like, I want to say, like, the first week of March. So, like, we were kind of already talking, and then, I mean, coronavirus happened, and so it's like, I'm not gonna, like, hang out with you. I mean, coronavirus is still happening, but basically, like, everything was shut down, and shit was crazy, and so we didn't hang out again after that. Then he moves down to LA, so he was from San Jose. He went to college in Seattle, though, so that's how I know him. But he's from San Jose, so he lived in San Jose, and then he moved to LA. So he moved, like, 3 weeks ago to LA. And I'm like, oh, cool, like, you live near me now, like, that's awesome, you know, like, I was excited, like, I actually liked him, because, like, for me, like, my biggest turnoff is I feel like, I don't know, I just get turned off really easily, and I don't get annoyed when I hang out with him, which is really rare. And so, yeah, like, I was excited to hang out with him. I was excited that he moved down here, and so we planned to hang out. We hung out last week. So, I guess I'll backtrack for a bit because this part's relevant. Like, what I'm about to say is relevant. So basically, I'm laughing because I just can't believe this happened. Like, I just can't. I hate men. So basically, last year, I have a friend from college also who we all know each other. Like, I'll call her by her name. Her name's Hannah. She was from Seattle, and she was my friend from college. And so Hannah had moved to Texas, and when she came back up like in March of last year, maybe April. And so we hung out a couple times while she was here. And while she was here, like, because we all know each other, she's good friends with the guy that I went on a date with or hung out with recently. And obviously, like, we just all know each other, so it's like we get to talking about him. And she brought him up because she was like, so did you hear that blah 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 finally has a girlfriend? Because he never dates girls seriously. Like, he never, as long as I've known him, has never had a girlfriend besides this one. So she was like, this is when they were dating, him and her. They're no longer dating, but this is when they were dating last year. I hope this is making sense. I need to name him because it's gonna get confusing. I'll call him Kevin. So Hannah was like, did you hear that Kevin has a girlfriend now? And I had no idea. I was like, no, like, no, I had no idea. And so she shows me her. Like, she pulls her up on Instagram. She's like, yeah, this is the girl. And I need to be very clear that, like, we weren't talking about them dating in a way where it's like, I didn't care at this point. I had just gotten out of a relationship, like, a year-long relationship. Like, I wasn't talking about him or his relationship, like, in a plotting way. Like, not at all. Like, not at all. If they were in a relationship, like, they're in a relationship, like, I'm not going to bother that. So I was going to make that very clear. That's not why we're talking about it. It's more, we were just talking about it. That's what friends do. Like, you just talk about shit. You know what I mean? And so that's why we're talking about it. I'm going to dip it. And so, basically the whole point of me mentioning that part is that I know what his ex-girlfriend looks like. She's very distinguishable because she has very pretty curly hair. It's like, I don't know, almost like Julia Roberts-esque, kind of. And so it's one of those, like, distinguishing things where it's like, that's one thing for sure that I could recognize about her. Which, there's also a reason I'm saying that too. I'm not just like talking about her hair randomly. This will make sense in a second. I just can't jump from the end to the beginning because then the story's ruined, okay? And so basically, when we hung out in March, he mentioned her, and I hate, like, that's one thing I hate, like, don't talk to me about your ex, like, no shade, but, like, unless we're seriously dating, like, I just don't want to know about your ex-girlfriend. Like, why are you bringing that up to me? I don't go around bringing up my ex-boyfriends, like, unless you're not over them, which maybe you're not. Yeah, like, I just don't do that. And so he brought her up when we hung out in March, and I remember just thinking, like, like, I wish you hadn't, but what am I gonna do, you know? And so he brings her up, it's fine, and then we, like, continue to talk for the next couple months, obviously. So then it comes the day where we're finally gonna hang out again. So I get there, like, I'm at his apartment, like, we're just hanging out, talking, catching up, you know, like, everything is going fine. But one thing I noticed is that he kept getting, like, really distracted on his phone. And, like, oh my god, don't even get me started on how big of a pet peeve that is for me. Like, if you invite me over to be in your space and spend my time with you, why are you on your phone? Like, that's, like, so annoying to me. It's so annoying. Like, I don't care if you have to shoot, like, a quick text back. Like, it's not like that. But, I mean, if you're repetitively on your phone where I'm talking and it's, like, you're clearly, like, half listening because you're also still trying to text at the same time. Like, once again, am I asking too much? Is this too much to ask for? Let me know. I noticed that he is, like, getting distracted by his phone a lot, which that didn't happen when we hung out back in March. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, what could possibly, like, what's, like, so important that he has to be texting about? But, like, obviously, I'm also not gonna say anything either. Like, I'm just not that person. Like, if we're hanging out and everything's, like, fine, I'm not gonna call you out for being on your phone if I don't need to, just because, like, I mean, I'd rather just cut you off, honestly. Like, I'm not the type of person where I don't want to, like, teach you how to treat me. Like, I don't want to teach you what you should or shouldn't be doing around me. It's, like, common sense, I feel like, and just common courtesy to just not be on your phone. So I'm not going to call you out, like I'm not the type of person. So everything's like going fine, you know, like we're talking, just whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then we're on the couch, and this is where, this is where it happens. Are you guys ready? So we're on the couch, and so like you're sitting like right next to each other, so I have a clear view of his phone. And this is where it's like, in my head I'm like, oh my god, like you're so crazy, like why would you look at his phone? Let me just say, if you have ever been in a relationship where it's nobody's fault but my own that I stayed in this relationship for so long, but like if you're in a relationship where like you get cheated on like a lot, you're gonna be naturally more wary. And so like he was giving me weird vibes with the way he was on his phone, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking look at what you're doing on your phone, like fuck you, like why are you even on your phone in front of me in the first place? That's what we need to be asking. So he gets yet another text and goes to reply, and I'm trying to be sneaky, so it's like I'm not gonna like be like just blatantly looking, so I don't say the name, but I see that it's like a lot of texts, like, and they're all gray, so they're all texts, like incoming texts that he hasn't had the time to respond to yet. And they're all like, it's not, you know how if it takes more than an hour to send another text, like it'll say a new time above the text, if that makes sense. They were all like recent texts, like none of them said like different times or whatever. So someone was bombarding his phone with texts. In my opinion, that might mean you're fighting with someone. I mean, I don't know who else is texting you that much, like what else, especially because if you're gonna have a conversation like that, it's like you think that, like, why would you be having a long-ass conversation with someone, especially when you're with someone? Like, I mean, why, like, what else are you going to be texting someone that much about when you're with someone else? So, I feel like, most likely, it was his ex-girlfriend, and they were arguing about something. I have no idea what. And why do I think that? Well, because the next thing he does after he replies really quickly to, like, the bunch of messages he had received, then he goes on his Instagram. I shit you not, you guys. This really happened to me. This is really my life. He goes on his phone. I'm watching, like, and he does this thing, too. Like, the reason why I looked in the first place is because, like, you know when someone's clearly trying to get you to not look at their phone and they're just, like, not chill about it? Like, I feel like no one's chill about it when they're trying to hide their phone. It reminds me of, like, trying to text in high school when the teacher's in front of the class and, like, you just feel like it's so obvious. Like, that's how it was. Like, the way he tried to hide his phone from me was so obvious that it made me look. You know what I mean? And so he goes on Instagram. You know how, oh my god, I can't believe this happened to me. He clicks on his name at the top so that he can sign into another fake account. I'm assuming a fake account. Once again, I can't see well enough to, like, see all the names of, like, the accounts that he had or whatever. But he clicks and basically clicks into a different account, goes to someone's Instagram page, and goes to watch their story. And guess whose story he used a fake account to go check up on while he's fucking hanging out with me? His ex-fucking girlfriend. I shit you not, this really happened to me, guys. This really happened. Like, I was, like, actually in disbelief. And I actually got lucky because she had posted a selfie. Like, I wouldn't have noticed. Because, like I said, I can't see that well. Like, I'm not, like, totally looking over his shoulder. I would not have noticed if it wasn't for the fact that she posted a selfie with her curly-ass hair. But in my head, I'm like I always do this. I used to do it with my other ex-boyfriend all the time, too, when I would know he was doing some shit. But, like, in my head, I'm just like, no, like, that's not what's happening. You're being crazy. Like, I always tell myself that. I'm always like, you know, you're being crazy. Or, like, no, you're crazy. Like, why are you even looking at his phone in the first place? So I didn't say anything. What I did was I just pretended like I had to go. especially because I also felt like kind of embarrassed for him, you know, like, okay, like if I'm gonna call him out, he's gonna be like, oh fuck, like she knows that I have a Finsta that I used to look at my ex's page. Like that's kind of embarrassing. And so I also didn't want to like embarrass him, you know, especially because he's that kind of person, like he's not insecure, but he's like, he definitely would care that I would know that. And so I just didn't want to create any unneeded turmoil. And so I'm like, well, I'm fucking done with you. I'm just gonna bounce. And so I'm pretending that at that point it's like maybe 8 o'clock, and I'm pretending that I have to go home because I have an early doctor appointment. And he's not really buying it. He's like, what? Like why do you have to go home now? It's 8. But I'm like, oh no, like I just have to drive home. It's like 40 minutes, and then, you know, like I have to take a shower, and I just have to like go to bed early because my doctor's appointment's early. That's all a damn lie. I did have a doctor appointment the next day, technically, but it was at like 1:30. I was fucking lying. Basically, I end up just leaving, like, well, no, he was like also being weird. He was like begging me to stay, like, I was like, bro. And like in my head I'm like, okay, well maybe he wasn't looking at his ex's page, because like why is he begging me to stay? He's like, no, like why are you leaving, like blah blah blah, like just like making it seem like he really wanted to spend time with me. And I'm like, obviously you don't, because you're obviously thinking about your ex-girlfriend while you're right next to me. And I'm like, just like, you're fucking weird, dude. Like, why are you begging me to stay? Like, just let me leave. And so basically I leave. And you know what's annoying too? I forgot, and I'm not gonna go get it back. My mom got me this nice, like, cute marble water bottle for me over Christmas, and it's like my favorite water bottle. She was so touched when she came to visit and she saw that I was using it. Like she was so touched by it, and she was just here, and then the next week I go to his place and I fucking leave my water bottle there. I'm not gonna go to get it back, so I just am wrecked that I wasted a water bottle on him. But basically I get home, and so I text my friend immediately, and I'm like, girl, what was his ex's name? Like, do you know anything? Like, what's her Instagram? I want to make sure that was the girl that he was looking at. And so she's like, I don't remember her Instagram name, but I know her name. So, okay, I'm not crazy, I'm just curious, okay? So I go through his old pictures, like I scroll down to about a year ago, which is when the last time I knew they were dating. And I go through his likes on those pictures, and I see, I'm not going to say her name, but I see say her name is Carla. I see a Carla liking his pictures, and so I go to that Carla, sure enough it's her, and I go to her story, sure enough it's the exact same fucking story that I saw him check when he was right next to me. You can't make this up, guys. You can't. So I'm like not texting him back. He texted me asking how my doctor's appointment was, and he also texted me like asking if I got home safe, which was nice. Like those are both nice things, but I'm sorry, dude, I just can't. So I'm not texting back because it's like I don't even really know what to say. Like I really don't want you to force my hand and let you know that I know what you did. Like I don't want to have that conversation. I just don't want to do it. But he keeps pushing it, and he's like wow, because then I unfollowed him too, and he's like, wow, like why'd you unfollow me? Like what did I do to you? Blah blah. And first I texted him, actually I need to backtrack, because first he texted me and he's like, why are you ignoring me? So I was like, okay, he's just not gonna leave him alone. And so I was like, I just feel like you're using me to get over somebody. I just wanted to be very vague. I was like, I feel like you're using me to get over somebody, and I'm not interested in that for obvious reasons, blah blah blah. And he literally comes at me and is like, I broke up with my ex in 2019, like, you're not a rebound, blah, 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 like, just trying to, like, be like, oh, no, I'm still over my ex, like, no, you're not a rebound, blah, blah, and I'm like, boy, I literally saw you check her fucking page right in front of me, like, you're still lying for what? And so I just don't even reply, because I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have a fucking conversation with you if you're gonna lie, like, what's the point? Then I unfollow him, like, after that, I'm like, you're just annoying, like, literally, you're lying to me. you disrespected me in my opinion. Like, I'm just done. I'm not interested in, like, being your friend or anything. And then he texts me again, and he's like, wow, and you unfollowed me too? Like, what did I do to you? Like, kind of being, like, nasty. This is where I let him know. I was like, fine, he's not gonna leave me alone. I'll let him know that I know. I was like, what do you mean besides checking your ex's Instagram off a fake account when you're right next to me? Blah, blah, blah. Like, what did you do besides that? Nothing, but that's enough. Of course, it's like he can't even take fucking any type of responsibility. And he has to try to flip it on me. And this is like the last text that I got from him. This happened yesterday. And I have not responded. I'm not going to respond. I'm just not interested. He was like, and you couldn't just say that? Like, just trying to flip it on me. It's like, bro, what? You're going to try to flip it on me and act like I'm weird because I didn't confront you right away about it? Okay. That's how my love life is going. I thought that'd be like kind of a funny story to share with you guys, because I know I was personally like in disbelief when it happened. Like, when I went to check and saw that it was like for sure her story, and I like confirmed that it was her, I was like, oh wow. Because like, I mean, I was at first like, I don't know, like, you're just overreacting, like, it's not a big deal, like, it's just, who knows what he was looking at. But when I confirmed that it was like really his ex-girlfriend, I was like, oh my god. I'm sorry, but you are not going to use me to get over somebody. Like, go handle your shit. Go have a conversation with her if you want to get back together with her. And leave me out of it. Let me know if I'm overreacting. I feel like I'm definitely not. And I feel like anyone else would be like, no, that's fucked up. But people love to tell me I'm too picky. So please let me know, am I too picky, or do I have horrible taste in men? And if I do have horrible taste, how do I fix it? How do I pick better men? How do I pick better guys who won't do shit like that? Let a girl know. But anyways, that's the end of this mukbang. I'm full. I hope you guys enjoyed the mac and cheese, grilled cheese, and the fries. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will just see you in my next video.